we were comparing the wrong guy to Mike. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the greatest of all time. I could go down his list of accolades. We might not have enough time on this pod. But briefly, I can just tell you, 6-time NBA champ. Therefore, 6-time NBA MVP. Regular season, 5 MVPs. 10 scoring titles. 10 first-team All-NBA selections. We might have been comparing the wrong guy to Mike. Shai's in year 6. Ant is in year 4. But Shai looks a little bit more like Mike than Ant.
Shai's Canadian. He's too nice. The AT&T trio, like I told you. Like, they're just Shai, Jalen Williams, Chet. They're just too nice. They fit Oklahoma City well. But Shai's not a very good self-promoter. Ant's phenomenal at promoting himself. Shai does not. I mean,
I'm looking at the stats. I'm not looking at the demeanor of the person.
I know, but you have to look at why. So you're saying, why haven't the stats that are obviously superior probably to that of Ant in some cases, why isn't that project? Well, SGA doesn't have his own shoe. He doesn't, that's the first commercial I've seen him in. Ant's got his own shoe. He's in commercials. He's lauded. He's a self-promoter. So SGA just kind of flies under the radar. It's plays in a very small market. So I appreciate SGA. And I'm glad he won the MVP. And I'm glad he's going to win tonight and close out the series.
We'll see. But I think he does it. Ant has the game that is similar to Mike in terms of explosiveness, his bounce, his athletic ability. Shai plays different. But looking at the stats, let's look at SGA over the last 3 years versus Mike's career averages. SGA 31.4, Mike 30.1. 4 rebounds for SGA. Mike has 6, a little taller.
Mm-hmm.
SGA more assists, but 6 to 5.3. Steals, Mike got it 2.3 to 1.6. Field goal percentage 51 to 49. 3-pointers 37 to 32. Free throws 90 to 83. It's a lot similar. But what is the most similar aspect to Shai's game than to Mike? What is the most similar aspect of Shai's game to Mike's? Is he can't be stopped in the playoffs. He's an assassin. And if you look at Ant, you can scheme your way out of taking him out of the game. All of a sudden, he only has 14 points or 17 points. If he doesn't shoot the 3 and doesn't see a clear path to a layup or a dunk, he gives the ball up. He's got to do something different. He's got to attack the game different. Shai can score on all 3 levels, and he can hit you in so many different ways, and he's relentless. Ant isn't relentless.
Shai knows. I'm trying to think of if there was a. Where there's hot spots in baseball, like if you pitch him here, the more Shai knows where he wants to get on the court and knows where he can get buckets from. And so they watched one game. He just kind of, you take a few soft dribbles. You look around, act as though you're going to pass, take one dribble, boom, you're up, shoot. He's shooting 50% in the playoffs. The thing is, K-Win, I thought about this as you're talking. SGA, he doesn't dunk. He's not flashy, right? He doesn't get in your face. He's boring for the most part. Like he's a boring player. He's nice. He's Canadian. Like I said, he's Canadian. So you don't see him kind of as projected as this player that is as good as Jordan, even though his stats live up to Jordan's. He's also in a small market. So could he be as good as Jordan? Statistically, yes. Will he ever be looked at as someone? Now, you obviously have to win championships. You got to win titles. They have a trio to do it. Probably need, we'll see if they do it this year.
I'm not saying he's going to be Mike. I'm just saying maybe we picked the wrong guy.
I think we did. Because you don't, because he's not in commercial, right? No one goes, wow, SGA, everyone already forgot SGA won the MVP. It's that simple.
I know.
So, SGA, I think is he is the best player in the NBA, has voted on. Yeah. But future projections, I think Ant kind of gets muddled, to be honest. So,
and what could get lost in all of this? It might be arguably the greatest season of all time if SGA can pull this off. And here's what I'm talking about: regular season MVP. Best record in the league, scoring champ. If they win a title and he's finals MVP, that is unheard of. There's only been 3 players who have done that. And that's Shaq. Jordan did it 4 times.
Oof.
And Kareem. So it's scoring title, NBA title, MVP, and finals MVP.
If he was playing for LA, if he was playing for New York, if he was playing for Chicago, like he would be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Hey, Haliburton's great. He's not a top 10 player in the NBA, though.
I'm projecting forward after this playoff run based on what he's doing and the confidence and momentum. He's a top 10 player.
Kemba Walker was a top 10 player.
Kemba Walker was never a top 10. Tyrese Haliburton is the Tim Duncan of point guards. He's not flashy. He's fundamental. He just gets it done. And you know what's hot right now? Big baggy jeans. Everyone's wearing them in the streets. You think back to the 2000s, it was big baggy jeans. But you know what else it was? It was pass first point guards like Jason Kidd and Steve Nash. Now that we moved back to baggy jeans, why aren't we moved back to pass first point guards? And before you interrupt me, TLC came out with a song around that time during the baggy jeans craze. I don't want no scrub. Well, you know what? I'm doing the remix this year, and it's I don't want to shoot first point guard. Give me Haliburton, baby.
You said a lot there. Okay, history repeats itself. Yeah, sure. Come full circle. I don't disagree with you with the state of like ball dominant guards. Ant's a ball dominant guard.
Jalen Brunson.
Ball dominant guard. Like Haliburton is a facilitator. Like it takes humility, it takes humbleness. It's like I'm gonna give up this look here from 3 that might be semi-contested to get a guy to lay up. Yeah. That said, he's a great player. I think he's a solid player.
And he's clutch too. Like he hits big shots at big moments.
Can you tell me what WRC plus means?
It's war plus something. I actually don't know.
Anyway, let me get to this stat. Here's how 2025 Cal Raleigh, if we're familiar with Cal Raleigh, $100 million.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's weighted runs created.
2025 Cal Raleigh stacks up with I credit Rehorn sent me just this right before I was coming on. Phenomenal touch here. Stacks up with the best catchers seasons of all time. 2012 Buster Posey, you probably remember this season. 9.8 F-WAR. I'm just going to take that as good. Wins replacement. Nearly 10. 164 WRC.
It's effing good.
Mike Piazza. You remember this scene? 1997. The guy hit so many jacks. 9.1 F-WAR. 183 WRC. Okay. Pudge Rodriguez. 1999. 6.8. 125. Johnny Bench. 1972. That went back. 9.2 WAR. 156 RC plus. Cal Raleigh. Approximately 10 WAR. And 179. That would make him above any of those seasons right now, projections. And then second highest to Mike Piazza's year. That's a generational catcher, right? Am I wrong?
You got to continue to do it like you did this year. But
is that the mark for you? Could Cal Raleigh be a Hall of Fame catcher?
He's got to do this for like 10 more years to be considered for Hall of Fame.
Switch hitting catcher.
He's got to win a batting title.
He's a platinum slugger.
Win a batting title.
Batting title is a catcher timeout. Did Buster Posey ever win a batting title as a catcher?
Absolutely.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Look it up.
Did Mike Piazza? Heck no. Is that a requirement?
I'm just saying, you've got to win a batting title and or win an MVP and or win a playoff game. And Cal Raleigh's not doing any of that in Seattle.
I want to bring some respect to Cal Raleigh. The guy signed a $100 million deal. Probably one of the biggest signings the Mariners have had in a long, long time. One of the bigger splashes that was made in probably contracts in the offseason or leading up to the season, I guess you could say. But he's delivered. He's second in the league in home runs. To Ohtani right now. He hit 2 jacks last night.
2012 National League MVP award. 2012 National League batting title.
Ooh.
3 rings. Piazza, I don't know if he has a batting title. We'll have to check that.
All right, we'll call that the catcher's corner. I like that. I don't have a rant. My only rant was why can't Rudy Gobert score more points?
you're not working on your dribbling skills.
Yeah,
and if you're not in the post doing anything, like you really can't get any better because they won't allow you to do it in the game or in practice.
So you're not practicing against real time.
Well, I'm saying they're not giving him the opportunity to do it. And
Okay.
therefore, he's never going to develop it. I'm not saying he should either.
Could he go get on a pass-first point guard team and then become a 20-point scorer?
If you play with Haliburton, he can top 8, baby.
Rudy to the Pacers, baby.
Give me the Pacers, dynasty.
They won't take that contract. They're smarter than that.
New York.
New York.
Yeah.
So it'll be Knicks in 7. Knicks in 7.
Those
Knicks
videos
in
are
7.
amazing.
Knicks in 7. Oh.
If 10 years ago, would that have been you on 7th Street, coming out of work, undoing your tie,
No.
pull-ups on
I would have been.
Would that have been you?
There would have been a small contingent of us in Hoboken, like wearing our. It's like, no, we would have been outside. Where would we have been? I don't know. Dino and Harry's or something like that, going crazy. But we would have definitely been at Ainsworth. We have to recall the time. Let me do a little recall.
Let's do it.
That is where Buckus Service was formed. That's
where the FanDuel business plan.
It is.
Got stolen.
Remember, I was
us.
etching it on paper. We selected teams. Like I had that. Why
was
didn't I
DFS before it was even popular.
It was. I was doing it on the hands. When was I got to go look at when FanDuel was created and then take them to court?
It was like 2014 when we were doing it. 2012 maybe.
Do you have any of the papers where I could date them? Let's go. No, that's our route to money. We just like $1 million. That's it.
Yeah. But can't we sue? Like all these former athletes are suing the NCAA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Chris Jenkins, O'Bannon
like
brothers.
If I had one of the papers that proved that I was doing before them.
Fair. I mean, it's probably worth $1 million idea.
All right, I got a crying 5-month-old.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
K-Win, Big Ben, each week, YouTube, anywhere you get your audio podcast, download, listen, subscribe, 5 stars. We're going to change up the times a little bit, but we're not going to change up the West Coast bias or the affinity towards Tyrese Haliburton.
Why didn't you take
Make sure you follow us online at BigBenKWin_, anywhere you get your social media at BigBenKWin_.